This tool will finally let you feel real financial freedom. This isn't some pattern you have to monitor around the clock. It's not an indicator, and it's not some secret piece of insider knowledge. This is a ready-made, fully automated algorithm. That means you won't need to do anything manually or even monitor its process. You simply install the robot on your MetaTrader 5 terminal one time and withdraw profit whenever you need to. I discovered this pattern while trading on second-base charts, the same charts that, for some unknown reason, aren't available on the two most popular platforms, MetaTrader 4 and MetaTrader 5. Why they're still missing after 20 years these platforms have existed is a separate question. But it was exactly these second-base charts that took my trading to a new level and led me to discover this pattern. It performs so consistently that its profitability curve looks similar to what you'd see from grid-based robots or martingale systems. But there are absolutely no mathematical tricks involved here. Just a pure market pattern combined with strict stop losses and take profits. You need to understand how this robot is built and what risks are built into it. This robot's algorithm has three strategies built into it. The first two are identical in logic, but I run them with different parameters. They complement each other extremely well. And there's a third strategy which hedges the first two beautifully. Thanks to that third strategy, drawdown drops by an average of 2 to 3 times, while profit still adds up linearly. Let me show you exactly how this works. First, let's test these strategies separately. I'm launching the first strategy now. Notice that the lot size won't increase as the deposit grows. Not yet. We're about to see exactly how much pure profit it generates on its own. Now, logically, you'd want to increase your lot size as your deposit grows. For example, if you doubled your deposit in your own trading, say from $1,000 to $2,000, you'd naturally increase your lot size. We'll do the same thing with this robot later. But for now, you're seeing the result without any lot size increase. That means all the profit could be withdrawn as it's earned, and it wouldn't affect the final result at all because you're not trading with earned funds. You're trading with your original lot size the whole time. Net profit came out to $15,000. The starting deposit was $3,000. That's almost 500% over 2.5 years. And this is just one single strategy with no lot size increase. This is a result that even a consistently profitable trader would struggle to achieve, especially with a drawdown this low, just 9%. But it gets better from here. Now I'm launching the second strategy on its own. Then we'll run the third one separately too. And the most interesting part comes when we combine all three. The second strategy runs with a minimal stop loss and a large take profit. The curve here isn't as smooth as with the first strategy, but that doesn't matter because once we combine it with the first strategy, you'll see the overall drawdown actually decrease, and the curve becomes even smoother than either strategy running alone. Profit came out a bit lower here too, $11,500 with a maximum drawdown of almost 20%. Now let's run the first two strategies together to see how effective that combination really is. In any market, one phase is always shifting into another. A trend turns into sideways movement, and so on. When several strategies run at the same time, one of them always handles a given market phase better than the others. Because of that, we get a much smoother profitability curve overall, and the maximum drawdown drops because trades from each strategy essentially back each other up. Look how much smoother the curve becomes. Profit simply added up linearly. It's now $26,000. And the maximum drawdown dropped from 20% down to 7%. That's the kind of thing that happens when these two strategies run together. You'd think more trades would mean more risk, but no, the number of trades nearly doubled while drawdown dropped by 3 times, and profit simply stacked up, now sitting at 860% over 2.5 years. That's a phenomenal result. But like I said, the most interesting part is still ahead. Now let's test the third strategy on its own. This is the one that hedges the first two. But first, let's see how it performs by itself. Honestly, the third strategy is my personal favorite. even though the results are far better when all three run together. Here are the results for the third strategy alone. It delivers roughly the same profit as the first two strategies combined. $26,000 with a maximum drawdown of 13%. In other words, the third strategy adds another 860% to the total profit on its own. Its curve is smoother and more stable, and it's fundamentally different by nature. This third strategy will partially hedge the first two, and we're about to see exactly how. You can run all of these tests yourself and experiment with the parameters, because right now I'm using the parameters that made logical sense for these strategies based on my own experience. But that doesn't mean they're the absolute best. The strategy tester lets you optimize the input parameters and find even better configurations. What I'm demonstrating right now is simply that this pattern works, and it performs positively with almost any set of parameters. You can confirm that yourself by testing different settings. Now let's move on to something interesting, though not the most interesting part yet. No magic just yet, as ChatGPT likes to say. We'll get to the magic of compound interest right after this next test. I'm now launching all three strategies at the same time. While it's testing, think about how much a professional trader typically earns. The accepted benchmark is around 100% a year, and that's already considered an excellent result. If a trader can do that consistently, year after year, that's genuinely phenomenal. And only a handful of people ever manage it. It takes total discipline and skills refined over the course of nearly a decade. That means a professional trader would earn roughly 300 to 400% over 2.5 years. And that's only if they never withdraw any profit. But that's practically impossible because a trader has to live off something. So in reality, they'll be withdrawing along the way, which means a professional would realistically net around 250% over 2.5 years. Now let's see what percentage these three strategies deliver together. Remember, the lot size still isn't increasing here. This simulates a situation where the trader withdraws all profit as soon as it's available. Say you earn $500, you can withdraw it immediately, and it won't affect the final result at all, not the drawdown, not the profitability. So here are the results of all three strategies running together. Total profit comes out to $52,000 on a starting deposit of $3,000. That's 1,700% over 2.5 years, with a maximum drawdown of just 8%. And the curve is nearly a straight line. You can see that both visually and in the report, the LR correlation value, meaning the linear regression correlation, comes out to exactly 1, which is the maximum possible value. Curves like this are usually only seen from grid trading robots or martingale-based systems. But we all know how those position averaging robots eventually end. Sooner or later, they blow the account, and usually sooner rather than later. The stability of this pattern is off the charts. You can see how steadily the equity curve climbs upward, even though the market went through very different phases during this period. There were moves of 5,000 points in a single day on gold, a 10% drop in a very short time. Moves of 2,000 to 3,000 points happen on a regular, almost routine basis. And yet none of that shows up on the equity curve. It stays stable let's get to the magic of compound interest. We all understand that lot size needs to increase as the deposit grows. That's the entire appeal of trading in the markets. That's exactly what we're here for. Unlimited potential, where growing your deposit lets you increase your lot size and earn more, while putting in the same amount of effort. I built in a specific method for increasing lot size. Simply scaling up the lot as the deposit grows isn't the smartest approach. My goal was to minimize the maximum drawdown, and here's how I achieved that. The robot only increases its lot size when it detects a 10% drawdown. This is done specifically so that the increased lot size doesn't get caught in that drawdown, because a drawdown is going to happen no matter what approach you use. That's the exact moment we choose to increase the lot size. I'm now launching all three strategies together, plus this lot scaling system of mine. When the deposit doubles and then experiences a 10% drawdown, the robot increases the lot size. It's a simple, logical system, but traders almost never do this, and it's extremely effective. I've confirmed that through extensive testing on multiple bots. Now we're watching something truly remarkable: the magic of compound interest in action. No trader could achieve a result like this manually. The robot opens and closes positions with complete detachment, increases lot size exactly according to the algorithm, and never gives in to emotion, which raises a different question. Could a trader even just watch this happen without interfering and ruining it themselves? Because the entire task here is to do absolutely nothing. But that's a personal challenge for every individual trader. The robot, for its part, handles its job just fine. So the three-strategy test is complete. Total profit comes out to $772,000. The starting deposit was $3,000. That's 25,000% profit over 2.5 years. To really grasp how significant that is, look at the equity curve. Right around here, profit had already reached 1,000%. And up to that point, the equity curve looks almost completely flat by comparison. All of these trades could just as easily happen on your own account. This is a ready-made algorithm that can help keep you afloat while you build up your own trading skills. And even once you reach consistent profitability trading manually, this bot won't get in your way at all. It keeps generating profit, and there's no reason to turn that down. I genuinely love trading myself. It's the work of my entire life. But discovering this pattern and automating it hasn't taken away my enjoyment of analyzing the market and trading manually. The robot trades on its own, and I trade on my own separately. Now let's look at the maximum drawdown. It comes out to 14%. We saw that same level of drawdown earlier when testing the first and third strategies separately without lot size increases. And the second strategy alone had a 20% drawdown. But here, running all three together with lot size scaling active, we get just 14%. That seems paradoxical, but it's true. This pattern is stable enough to produce results like that. And that's still not the ceiling. I'm about to show you one more thing, but this one is strictly for the extreme risk takers. If every test up to this point was aimed at minimizing drawdown, this next one is a stress test, just to prove the algorithm's stability one more time. I'm going to set the parameters so the system doesn't wait for any specific drawdown level. It simply doubles the lot size every time the deposit doubles. Just imagine actually going through with an experiment like this, launching the bot with these settings and forgetting about it for 2.5 years, then coming back to check the results. At that point, not even Bitcoin could compete with this level of profitability. The stress test is complete, and the robot generated $18 million in net profit. I want to stress again, this result involves no martingale whatsoever. It's a pure pattern at work, no averaging of positions, only a single trade in a single direction at any given time. The robot doesn't look at past results and try to correct them through math, bigger lot sizes, or more trades. It simply executes one pattern consistently, and these aren't even optimized parameters. Every one of you can test this robot yourself and experiment with the settings. Maybe optimize them and get even better results than what you're seeing right now. You might reduce the drawdown or increase the profit even further, but personally, I'm happy with these standard default parameters. You can download the demo version for the strategy tester on the official MQL5 marketplace at mql5.com. Just follow the link in the description and you'll land on this robot's product page. From there, click the Download Free Demo button. Depending on whether you already have MetaTrader 5 installed or not, you'll click the matching button and either MetaTrader 5 will open directly or it'll download from the marketplace. Then you'll log into your marketplace account or create one if you don't have one yet, and the bot will download straight into your terminal where you can test it yourself. Or you can purchase it right away for lifetime use, which includes every future update at no extra cost, and put it straight into live trading. It's a fully automated system. Just attach it to a chart, and it trades your account on its own. Now, a bit about future plans. As I mentioned, this pattern was originally discovered on second-based charts. Going forward, I'm planning to add strategies based on second-based charts to this robot as well. And on those time frames, the number of trades will be far higher than all three current strategies combined, because we'll be diving into the microstructure of the market. Over the course of a single day, every phase the market typically goes through has time to play out on second-based time frames. The 5-second, 10-second, and 20-second charts. That's why the current price of $349 is really just an introductory price for early buyers, meant to get the marketplace to notice this product. After that, the marketplace algorithm will start promoting it on its own, and the price will go up from there. On top of that, open, publicly verifiable monitoring of this bot's results will be available soon, which will bring in even more buyers. And of course, anyone who buys now will automatically receive every future update at no additional charge. And for anyone who wants to run this bot on second-based charts right away, every buyer also gets a free bonus, a second chart generator for MetaTrader 5. It's also available separately on the marketplace under my profile, but you'll receive it as a free bonus with your purchase. Feel free to send me your questions directly on Telegram. I'll be happy to answer them personally. The link to my Telegram will also be in the description.